Hi guys, Skinsfanatic here. Just a quick reminder before we get started on tonight's show that if you haven't already, please go down the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Throw me a few likes. Be much appreciated. All right guys, enjoy the show. Oh yeah, it's that time of the week. Skinsfanatic Live. Put your 2 1s up and raise your cups up. Skinsfanatic's back, surfing pants to get jacked up. Started out here in the TTC, while ran for my team. Shout out to the BG. But hold up, cause rolling in like thunder. It's Skinsfanatic Live from the land down under. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Hit it like it's summer, got the goods here, boy.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again. Because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone, narrow streets of cobblestone, neath the halo of it.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. And once again, we find ourselves sitting here talking about getting our asses kicked. And welcome to Skinsfanatic Live, Crazy Brave. Not a good performance last week, to say the least.
No, it wasn't very good at all. Skinsfanatic fallen now to 1 and 2. The sky is falling down in a hurry. We need to get a move on. And last week there was not much confidence, coming out of the game, heading into week 4. So, yeah, darkness has fallen upon us. Early on,
the sky is falling. The sky is definitely falling, and I know for a fact, just sticking my head into a few socials as I like to do to get a feel of the fan base. Rivera, some people calling for Rivera to even be sacked, which I just find to be completely, uneducated and just ludicrous, crazy talk. But look, I can understand. Look, people are frustrated, and that was a game that I guess, we should have played a lot better in. The Buffalo Bills, though, on the other hand, they're a quality team. That we know that they haven't had or didn't have the best first 2 weeks of the season. I mean, even though they did shut out Miami 35-0, which I don't know whenever a shutout's been frowned upon as not being a very good win. And as I said last week, who was going to show? Was it going to be our defense or was it going to be Josh Allen? Well, I think that was answered relatively quickly in that game, that it was going to be a day that Josh Allen decided to pull his finger out and start finding the money on every ball that he threw.
We had the big 3rd and 16 in week 1, and then in week 3 we had the 3rd and 15. So, I mean, this is why I was trying to tell people not to overreact over week 1. There's going to be plenty of big 3rd downs this season, which we can discuss here on the show. Yeah, look, if people want to get rid of Ron Rivera, the noise is I can't stop the noise, but what I see with Ron is someone who's going to fight for us. At least, he was up in the referees' faces. He was questioning calls, and that's what I want from the head coach. he was slightly angry during the game with the officiating, and it could be seen. Um, yeah, he can't change calls with his anger, but he's one of those head coaches who will get in the officials' ears and their face and let them know that they're wrong, that they're horseshit calls. And he's definitely sent some letters off to the NFL this week. So, you know, sacking Ron Rivera is probably the biggest overreaction from the fans this week.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I agree. The sack Ron Rivera is the worst call I've heard all week. And look, I can understand. Look, there's a lot of frustration right now along, about the defense and the defensive line in particular. Chase Young and his lack of production now. It's been 4 games in a row where he's failed to make, I guess you could say, an impact. He's had a few flashes of brilliance, but if you look at this season as a package, it hasn't really been much more than almost killing Cam Newton in the first preseason game. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it looked like, Chase Young's going to have a monster start to the year. Look at him, how fast he was and explosive, and and we're yet to see it. And I think, I've heard a lot of people say that he's not playing the scheme properly, and he's not doing, playing with discipline. And we had old mate come out the other day and say that they're playing selfish. One of those ESPN reporters, he's not probably really worth mentioning, but look, this stuff doesn't upset me. All this open criticism doesn't upset me, and for most part, it could be true. But look, it falls on everybody really, and if everyone does their job properly, then the rest is meant to all fall in place. And we've got time to fix it. And I don't know, we've seen this before. Seasons can go either way, can't they? You can either pick yourself up and fix them, or it just goes down the slide, and everything after that just seems to go bad. You get your injuries, then you get your in-house niggling, and then all of a sudden you've got OCs want to leave or get sacked, or DCs want to get sacked. You want them sacked and all this shit. So it's a dangerous time of the season, really, if we don't get this next one. And we'll talk about that opponent soon, but let's just stay on this Buffalo game for now. But, my goods, my things I liked out of the Buffalo game. Obviously, Antonio Gibson, he was impactful there. We obviously, when you get down, you tend to move away from the run, and we did that, of course. But I'd like to see a game where Gibson just keeps getting the rock, and pound away at the some first downs, because he is capable. But that's pretty much my short list of things that I liked in that game. I mean, Tress Way is one hell of a punter, and there isn't much more to it than that. It's it was an all round, not a very good performance from everybody. So.
Yeah, I think obviously, there has been a lot of talk about Chase Young's performance. Fan bases have got very high expectations. There's talk of players not playing to the scheme, and Ron Rivera's probably mentioned it more. They're just playing a little bit tight, as I used, same word I used on the show last week. Everyone's just pressing a bit. There are things like about what Chase Young's doing. Once again with like I said, Ron Rivera getting fired up on the sidelines. Well, that was one of the things that I did like from the game, and two, the other thing I did like was seeing Chase Young and Jack Del Rio, into it on the sidelines. I mean, to me, that's a good sign. It's showing that the blokes care and they want to win. And you'll have my support if you're that type of player. Taylor
Mm.
Heineke, almost fucking in tears, hyperventilating on the sideline after an interception. That was one of the things I liked. We've got players who want to win, and I don't abandon them. This is
No.
I'm in for the long haul. They're my boys. We're going to go out and fight on Monday for them once again.
Mm.
And like things might turn around for the fantasy football owners, and T Mac might get his 100 yards this week, and Chase Young might get his two and a half sacks and his strip sack, and maybe return the fumble back into the end zone. Which fuck me dead. Some people's expectations they just don't understand. They're like, oh, Chase Young he's having a bad season, but maybe this is the week where he gets 4 sacks and two interceptions and one fumble recovery. Can we just fucking calm down? Like
Yeah.
let's start from the beginning. Let's see if he can get to the quarterback and hold on to him, and maybe not get the flag for the late hit. But anyway, I've
Yeah.
got no problem. I've got no problem with Chase Young. I actually and I support the front office of Martin Mayhew and Herney. And if those blokes want to trade Chase Young, that's what they'll do. It's not on me. If if the people don't like Chase Young in DC, that'll be on the head honchos to get rid of him. But right now, he's fighting. He's one of the players fully behind him.
Yeah, just a few things off what you're saying here is, and I agree with what you're saying. I had a little, I'm having an issue now with Chase Young. Sort of every week he's like, he talks, but I want to actually see him deliver now. I'm getting a little bit frustrated with the talk. Um, it's not like he's coming out saying, "Oh, he's going to destroy this and destroy that," but it's on the lines of something of that manner. Like, and I just like to see actions, not words.
There's
Just
definitely things that
show me on the field.
there's definitely things that are irking the fan base. Like which escalate these things. Like when we see the vision of Chase Young hugging quarterbacks before the game's about to start. Like some of those things can rub people the wrong way. Especially when you go out there and you miss all the sacks and you don't play a very good game. So yeah, I mean, there is some pressure on himself. I think he can handle it. We're 3 completed games into the season, so we got room to improve here. And Chase Young has said that he's not interested in all these numbers and stats which everyone wants him to get, so they can call him elite. He just wants to get a win this weekend, and that's what I want as a fan. I just want the bloody win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not one of those people who has to have, a player in my team who's in the 99 club in Madden, or he's on all the ESPN shows and all that shit. Like, and we had to talk. 'Cause people love that shit. They just love. It's like, oh, it's our guy. Like, he's smeared all over the magazines and the newspapers and the
Yeah,
internet, and he's the big star. Like, we and they people see that from other teams. Like, oh, it's Dak Prescott, and it's fucking that their new Micah Parsons, who's like the new fucking Jesus Christ on in football, and like why don't we have that guy like that, and they get jealous of like seeing that shit, and when we don't have it, it's a huge problem for everybody.
Yeah, well,
But
we're
you know,
putting the team
we could
together.
have 22. We could have 22 guys that just go out and grind for a win, and you know, we might have 22 players on the cover of Madden next season, like every player. You know, I'm
Mm.
sure they'll probably do that one day,
Yeah.
and you know, and like it'll be like the Washington football team, and we're like, we'll go. Well, we didn't really have a good player. We had 22 great players, so you know, we need to just. Oh look, we're 60-minute men. Me and you, Crazy Brave. We've been here a long time. We watch games down to the last minute, whether it's you know a 47-7 drubbing or whatever it is. I feel like sometimes I have to, you know, I have to try to explain these young fans, like, or you know, like it's not my
Mm.
job to do that. You know, these guys are the ones that you know they're young kids. Much of them are young kids, and they are spoiled. They think that they're new to sport. You know what I mean? They're new to
Mm.
sport.
Yeah,
Whether
well,
you
the
use
accolades
them,
will come.
you know, but the accolades will be a Super Bowl victory. You know, like that's what we need, and all the other ESPN, you know, dick sucking hand job shit that people want. Then you know, I saw a bloke yesterday. He said, "Oh, I've had enough. I'm packing up and I'm going to Buffalo." And
Yeah.
I commented and I said, "Buffalo, the team that you mean the team that lost 4 straight Super Bowls? Those guys? All right, I'll see you later."
The,
Like,
oh,
hello.
mate.
Oh, look, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. 4 straight Super Bowls, fantastic, but
Yeah,
not a trophy to
absolutely.
show
No,
for it.
see you later. I mean, I do. I want people to fuck off. Like, I don't, Crazy Brave doesn't want 90,000 people instantly back at FedEx Field acting like they're fans. I'd rather have 20,000 people who are fans and let's build from there. Like, oh, Crazy Brave don't give a fuck anymore. Gator
No,
don't give a fuck,
no,
you know?
no.
Fuck off. Go and support
Yeah.
Bolton or Buffalo. Dan
Well,
Snyder's
that's the
building
thing.
something new. He's,
You get you get 70,000 of those people into FedEx, like who haven't been to a game for 3 years, and they come back because like we're 9-1 or something, you know, or let's say 9-2,
hmm,
and they're like, "Oh, we're back," and then they all come back, and then they get in there and like we lay a big turd against the you know the Dallas Cowboys or something, and then
yeah,
that's
to
it. They're
be the
like, "Oh, fuck,
Cowboys.
I'm not going again. Oh, it's
Yeah,
fucking
no,
so
fuck them.
disappointing. I'm sick of being disappointed for the last 30 years." Well, it's like, well, you didn't show up before,
Yeah,
so why show up now? Like, you know, I guess the owners want those guys back, but look, me and you really couldn't give a fuck because we know, you know, the true colours of this fan base at the
hmm,
moment anyway,
yeah,
and it ain't pretty.
yeah. No, a bunch of fucking sooks. Dan Snyder's 9 and 11 as a fucking 100% owner. Sorry, 1 and 2 as a 100% owner. He's doing all right. Go and
Yeah.
fuck yourself. Don't go to the games anymore, guys. Fuck off.
Mm.
We're starting with 20,000 people, and the shit's building. We're going to have a new name next year, and possibly new colours. If that means pissing off fucking 60,000 people, of 60,000 fucking people born with a silver spoon in your mouth, you won't be.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
not wanted anymore. Fuck
I
off.
can confirm that I can confirm that the colours aren't going to change, and that's another thing
Oh,
that.
was that put in capitals? Was it?
Oh well,
I don't think
no,
this fan base deserves anything, any promises. To be
I
honest,
understand. I understand, but you know, I just feel like you know, I know that he has come out and said that the colours are going to stay the same, but like
uh,
these fans that come out with these art concepts, and they're all you know this like the Rams, that old St. Louis Rams gold, and like
yeah,
all the colours are all wrong. And I'm like, well, if you're a fan, you should be a traditionalist. You should be, you're so upset about the name change, but you seem really excited to come out with some futuristic bullshit looking fucking cartoony wolf fucking, and the colours are all like, oh, I've seen some weird shitty concepts. And
Oh,
I'll be the
absolutely.
first to come in and say that looks fucking dog shit awful. Well,
I'm
fuck,
sure
I'm
there
trying,
has.
I'm just trying my best, mate. Let me see yours. Well, I'm not doing any art concepts because I don't give a fuck.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, we're in a season here.
Yep.
Don't worry about all that shit. When, when the final game's played, then we'll start. I'll start
Oh,
taking
and,
notes.
and they will worry about it. I mean, the ones who are talking about it now are going to be the biggest, ones making noise when it fucking is named.
Yeah, when it's not what they wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, we're fucking terrible. I'm not supporting this team. Well,
Mhm.
you didn't anyway,
Well, I mean,
really.
look, hopefully that gets a few more other people to fuck off out the door because they're not wanted anymore. I'll be honest. Like, um, probably about 20,000 fans we had at that Giants game. Yeah, I know the attendance was 48,000 or something, but you got to include 18,000 New York Giant fans and 10,000 people with press passes, all the leeches who get in for free and then write shit about Mr. Snyder. So honestly, there was only about 20,000 people there, and that's okay. We did all right. We got the win. Um, the rest of the people there not needed.
No, all the Tom Laveros can go and get fucked, and then they complain about the conditions of the press box, or the press box is
Yeah,
too small, or the
yeah,
hors d'oeuvres weren't up to standards.
yeah.
Well, fucking sorry, mate. You're as fat as
Just
fucking. You're as fat as a
you know,
refrigerator anyway. You really need any more fucking hors d'oeuvres?
they they play a sick game. They write up fucking Chase Young like he's already arrived and he's a superhero, and they're his best friends pissing in his pocket. And then 17 games into his season, they're already, they start bringing out the little shit about, oh yeah, but he is doing too many ads. Oh, fuck off.
Yeah. Oh
You're
yeah.
either don't fucking gaslight him to say you can fucking write shit about him and then fucking come up with a big story.
Yeah, and he should have been there at the involuntary OTAs and the all that shit that they were complaining about at the beginning of the season. Oh, he was off doing Family Feud and making Gatorade commercials
Yeah,
and all this crap, like, because he was on Family Feud or something, like,
yeah.
you know,
Well, he's
it's
getting on. He's getting on the verge of um, going down the path of Sean Taylor, and he's just going to refuse to talk to him very soon. Um,
mm,
you know, Sean was that type of player. He didn't turn up to OTAs. He was like, oh, why do I need to turn up to OTAs?
that's right.
You
He
know,
just Sean just rather stay home, eat steak, and play Madden.
yeah, like he had an attitude about it, and he also had a chip on his shoulder when it comes to answering some of these fucking media people. And I'm not bagging, like, it's not 100% against the media, but like, they're the ones fucking stirring the pot, and they say that they're not. And as soon as you bring up something like that, they're like, Mr. Snyder, 30 years. Like, that was 30 years, like 25 years ago now, we signed Deion Sanders. Get over it, for fuck's sake.
And look, Mr. Snyder's come out and he said that, look, when he was bought the team, he was a fan and he was young and he's owned up for things that he did actually, you know, he's
Yeah,
admitted to making those mistakes. But
yeah,
it kind of got mentioned and then it's been forgotten. but people want to still
Yeah.
bring up that he doesn't want to own up to. He always wants to push the blame onto somebody else. Push the blame
Yeah.
onto somebody else. That's why he had puppets like fucking Allen and all those other fucking puppets that he's had in and out of the franchise.
Yeah.
Um,
And then they can just stack this one on top of it too. In a couple of years, they can say, "Well, Mr. Snyder, he had a bust at round two. This
mm,
trash franchise."
yeah. Oh, fucking Jamin Davis isn't Micah Parsons. We should have
Yeah.
drafted Micah Parsons
Yeah.
and all this crap. Well, maybe, but I think what we've done, you know, we've hired the right people to make the right decisions. It's not going to happen overnight. And look, he won the
No.
division last year,
Yeah.
and people want to criticise us for winning a division. They can go and get fucked with that one. But we saw, and like Rivera said it after we won the division and we played and we lost to Tampa Bay, he said, look, the only thing is now we've got a really hard schedule next year. He said it.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like,
And judging on the Buffalo Bills game, we're going to struggle against the Buffalo Bills. We're going to struggle against the Green Bay Packers. We can't beat any of the New York teams. I can't remember who else is on our fucking schedules, but we're definitely, I can almost tell you right now, we're not going to fucking beat Green Bay in Green Bay. I mean, they've just got people who love football. We don't have anybody in our fan base who shows any ounce of fucking balls. There's no way. How are we going to go into Green Bay and beat them?
well,
Tell me.
I don't know how we're going to go into Green Bay, but I'll look at that Green Bay game, and Green Bay is a good team.
Well, they are a good team.
It's these mobile quarterbacks, but we have done all right against Rodgers in the past, but I don't know what that means with the team we've got now. But we've beaten Aaron Rodgers. I mean, one person we haven't beaten is Tom Brady, ever.
No. Oh, well, we have beaten Tom Brady, yeah.
Did
Correct.
we once, perhaps?
Yeah, we beat him at Washington when he came in with New England.
Was that when we had the Navy and Army in the end zone?
Yeah. We got the big sack at the end.
Okay. Yeah. But I kind of forget my point. We've got to play Russell Wilson. He's how how are we going to stop him? The only way this is going to happen is if our defense starts playing correctly and fixes what the problem is. Fixes this problem and gets it going. Because, and look, as soon as Fitzy's good to play, as much as I love rallying around Heineke, and he is exciting to watch, I was excited to see what Fitzy had to offer this year, and I want him back as soon as he's ready to go. I don't care what the record is. If Heineke rattles off the next 5 and it's really impressive and it's all on him, then I'll be like, all right, we'll stick with Heineke. But if we're running back some defensive touchdowns and we're grinding out wins with our defense and our offense is kind of sputtering, then it's Fitzy time. As soon as Fitzy's had his hip replacement and whatever he's getting done, we'll bring him straight back in, because Fitzy's our guy. I don't want to give up on him just yet. I was excited to see him play, and I'm still am.
Fitz magic, mate. Yeah, he's definitely going to come back. Nothing wrong with Heineke and what he's been doing. He's definitely, a great player on the team. But yeah, Fitzy was brought in. We signed him for 2 seasons. We've thrown $10 million at him.
No, it was only 1 year.
Oh, it was the 1 year, was it?
Yeah, okay. 1 year, 10 million.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think Fitzy's coming back 100% of that. Um, Quarterbacks around the NFL, they get injured every single week.
Mm.
So he's had his injury. Hopefully, when he comes back, he can go on a run and lift this team's record. Oh, I believe he can. All the people whinging and shit like that don't understand. We're about to see the magic.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we could. I mean, like, we might look like we done this show last season. We sat here, we watched us get demoralised by the Rams. Everyone can go back and watch that video of us doing that live game. That was riveting stuff. And we sat through a few misery moments last year, and we sat there at the end of the season and thought, "Fucking hell, man! Look, here we are, last game of the season, playing for a division." We know how seasons can take turns and
Playing for a division
turn this
against
way or turn that way. You know.
yeah, playing a division against the Philadelphia Eagles, and we're down 0-14 into the third quarter. I mean, I just wish people fucking would toughen up. I mean,
Well,
it's
that was
going to
week one.
be.
That wasn't the last game of the season.
Oh, the last game of the season, they had us. Jalen Hurts had us on the ropes.
Yeah, but we weren't down 14-0. No, that was week
Okay,
one.
we might have been
Yeah.
down 7-0, which was a pretty big scoreline with the offense we had last year. But
Oh, for sure.
There was definitely some fucking anxious moments throughout the whole season, and that's what it is. I mean, we're not going to stroll to the Super Bowl championship, and you'll have that conversation. Was this team better than the 1991 side? I mean that conversation is going to happen 2 days after the fucking Super Bowl with this fucking media. But they just can't seem to put the good times behind them. If this Super Bowl isn't better than the 91 side, we're going to have to fucking tear it down until we get one better.
Yeah, something like that.
It just won't be accepted, will it?
It's just a different era of football now, anyway.
Yeah.
It was the season after we won that. That the 91 was a couple of years after that when they changed the cap rules and all that shit, and basically we had to blow up our team. That's what happened, man. We had to blow up our team. That was when football changed forever, and big names moved on, and big trades, and big a lot of wheeling and dealing took place. I mean, you saw the documentary that we watched about the draft that year and some of the deals that took place and some of the big free agents. And look, that's why we lost players like Art Monk, and we lost players, Gary Clark and all that, because we couldn't keep them. We had to say goodbye to Wilbur Marshall and Kurt Gouveia and all those blokes. Like, that was the way it happened, man. And then you had to rely on the draft, and then you had to. And I don't know if we ever brought anyone in to keep up with the times of the change, like the new era of football. I mean, everyone wants to suck. What's his name's dick? Cassowary, is it? Charlie Cassowary.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to suck his dick like he was the greatest, GM ever to put on a tie.
Yeah.
But what happened was the game passed him by.
The game passed him by, and he stuck around in the game for another fucking 10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Living off the fucking, sniffing the fumes off what he done fucking 10 years ago, and everyone still wanted to suck his dick dry.
Yeah.
It's just. But it's all smoke and mirrors with Cassowary, isn't it? Like, yeah, cool. You were good in the 90s, mate, but But we never, we never recovered from that. We brought in that cokehead fucking
Yeah, Vinny.
Vinny,
Vinny,
Vinny
yeah.
Serrato, and his, cocaine addiction. And then we brought in fucking that alcoholic with the red face, fucking
Mm-hmm.
McLuhan,
Scotty.
Scott, and then we brought in Bruce. Well, we had Bruce and McEwen, and Bruce was a fucking just the biggest stooge. All he wanted to do was put on mustard pants and, look good, shake
Yeah.
everyone's hand at the tailgate, and
Yeah.
fucking, went into the reject shop and bought reject players.
And,
40 was
and that's
playing, 40 was playing Moneyball. Like,
that is the problem with the team still at the moment. When we do make a change at head coach, he's left with some of these fucking players that probably shouldn't be in the league, and he's got to weed them out. We've got some issues at linebacker. Hopefully, Jamin Davis has. He's getting moved along as a potential replacement for Bostic. I'm going to call him out here on Skinsfanatic Live. I mean, I just don't know what the fuck's going on, man. Like, why have we got some ex-Pittsburgh fucking linebacker who couldn't even fucking make their team captain of our fucking defense for the last fucking 3 years? It's fucked.
yeah, look, unfortunately, I think that, given that we haven't seen much of Jamin Davis yet, and we're expecting him to be, a starting middle linebacker for this team for a while, the linebackers that we have around him right now, they're reserves. They would be reserves on any good team. Like,
Yeah,
the linebacking core on our team is horse shit.
fucking
And
horrible.
it needs to be addressed in the off season. We need somebody who can cover, somebody who can tackle, somebody who has some speed, somebody who plays with discipline. I just linebackers,
Yeah,
man.
it's frustrating, and it's going to continue to be frustrating. And Bostic, good on you, mate. Like, I'm looking forward to the weekend and the fight. I mean, we got no one else, and it is all about momentum. There's a chance that this defense can be better, but it's always going to get fucking torched by tight ends and receivers coming across the middle because our linebackers can't get into their fucking correct zones or
Yeah.
identify a pass going out on the flat until it's too late. And he catches it and gets 8 easy yards. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know how.
get a little bit.
I don't know how you can get lost when you watch the running back basically run. You're standing in front of him. He runs out to the sideline.
Yeah.
And you stand there with your eyes on the quarterback, barely
Yeah.
moving, and then he throws it out to that bloke, and you go, "Oh shit, there's someone out there."
Yeah. Not on.
Make a move.
It's not on. And look,
Get out
I'm totally on board with the fact that yes, the Buffalo Bills are a great team. They'll be up there at the end. They'll be fighting for it, the main prize at the end of the year. But yeah, it's the run, the streak of bad defense has probably been the most disappointing thing. But it is a confidence thing. Once we get it right, it will be turned around. The season.
Yeah.
The season is a story, and it's got many headlines to bring. Things change. Right at the moment, yeah, Buffalo were under a bit of pressure to show something last week, weren't they?
They were, and it was they disappointed the fans at home in week one. We were fucked. It was
Yeah,
a trap game for us.
yeah,
We were fucked.
yeah.
And
Bloody windy as.
oh, that didn't help.
You know,
Although it helped on that kickoff, but yeah.
yeah,
Anyway, we should move on from
yeah,
the Buffalo
yeah.
game.
We're
Maybe
moving
get
on.
um the Falcons game. Look, I'm just going to like we've got Archie sitting patiently. I want to get him on real soon. Well, this is going to turn into a 2.5 hour show, but
Yeah.
um,
No, we
we
won't have a long show tonight. No.
no, we'll try not to. We can beat Atlanta this week, I believe. Atlanta have the worst offense in the league. Um, yards from scrimmage is the worst in the league. So, who's going to show up? Atlanta's offense or our defense? So, we all know that Matty Ice is a bit of a statue back there now. He's an old man. He doesn't move like. Well, he has never been a real mover anyway, but he's not one of those guys who's going to extend the pocket. So we should be able to get to him, I reckon. And, is this the game that we see, Pitts, Michael Pitts? Is it Michael Pitts? Michael? Anyway, they're tight ends. Is this the game we see him break out and, because we know we can't cover a tight end to save our ass, but
Yeah, you're probably right.
it's not going to be. It's not going to be a game that we comfortably win. No doubt. Like Atlanta aren't any good, and if we're going to beat them, it's probably going to come down to a D-hop field goal, and we'll shit ourselves watching that. It's
Yep. And the fan base won't be happy with the win, and they'll want Ron Rivera sacked at 2-2.
Yeah. Look, 2-2 will feel nice in the moment, depending on, of course, how we play. And, we know the schedule coming up is brutal. Brutal. Patrick Mahomes, fucking, we've got Patrick Mahomes, we've got Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson, fucking Teddy Bridgewater. Oh God, Teddy Bridgewater. Even he scares me. It's tough, man. It's tough. And are we playing James Winston?
And the Saints, I'm not.
No, we don't play the Saints, do we? No.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm a 1 week at a time person now with the schedule. I don't tend to look too far ahead. I do understand we have a tough schedule.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, if we beat Atlanta, like, we'll be 2-2.
Yeah.
It'll be like, okay, on the next week, but we have to wait and see who we're getting. I'm
pretty sure it's New Orleans.
Yeah.
Week
oh yeah,
five.
no. Well, no, I didn't mean it like quite like that, but who we've got coming up. So
yeah,
in further down the track. Yeah. Do you want me to bring in
I think this is a game that we can win. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hopefully shutting down Atlanta because we owe them. We owe it to them. They've fucking crushed our hearts in the past couple of seasons. So, I'd really like to Ron Rivera to establish some ground in Atlanta and let these fucking dirty birds know that we are the team that's on the rise, not them. As you say, that's all we need. Fucking Pitts to come out and have fucking 12 catches in there. We're talking about, all Atlanta need to get back into is a franchise quarterback. And then, fucking Aaron Rodgers decides to go to Atlanta next year and we fucking re-sign Case Keenum or something.
Yeah, Yeah, well, I saw a rumor today that we're getting to a Tagovailoa, so um, you know,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
uh,
the
thanks.
Tagovailoas are always going to be a mad topic in DC. His brother's playing for Maryland now, and he's coming out in the draft probably this year or next year. So there's a high chance that one of the Tagovailoas will end up slinging the ball for Washington, especially at the rate we're going through quarterbacks. Um,
Mm,
but anyway, I mean,
mm.
it's a team game. I'm not too fussed on this fucking. Everyone wants to bring in the buzzword franchise quarterback at the moment. They don't even know what it fucking is, So
I'll tell you
it's
who it is.
really,
It's Aaron Rodgers and it's Tom Brady and
yeah,
it's Justin Herbert and it's there's not many of them. Is what I'm trying
no,
to get at.
yeah,
Like there's a lot of good quarterbacks in the league, very good, just a lot of very good quarterbacks in the league. But yeah, everyone seems to think that you've got to have one.
Oh, they think Matt Stafford just was like, I'm Matt Stafford, franchise quarterback. No, he had to go through his fucking tough times in Detroit, and if you're on fucking Twitter calling for a new franchise quarterback, a 21-year-old franchise quarterback, well, you better be fucking tough enough to put up with fucking losses, you know. 3 weeks
Well,
into
they
this
can't.
season,
Franchise
3 weeks,
quarterbacks are meant to win 10, 11 games in their first year.
yeah,
That's the expectations, and when you don't, you're a bust.
you're a
And
bust.
then the doubt sets in, and everything else. The fan base starts murmuring, and then like
Yeah,
the media starts bringing out the shovels,
yeah.
and
And why
if the
didn't you
player isn't
draft him instead?
if the player isn't mentally strong enough, it fucks them out, man.
Hmm.
And you get run out of town.
Yeah. And
Like,
there goes your franchise quarterback.
and
two
there he
years.
goes, and there he
Whoop de
goes.
doo. Hope you get
So
what you want, guys.
just be careful. I mean, like, look, we're a couple more losses away from like scouting the next quarterback in the draft. Maybe we might get Leah Tagovailoa. I don't really know if I want a quarterback with a girl's name, but whatever. Um,
Oh, we'll just turn on him fucking quicker than anyone we have anyway. I
yeah,
mean,
well,
look,
he
I
better be
think
better than
Ron
his
Rivera
brother.
can handle it. Ron Rivera is going to show everyone how to fucking handle it. He's
Yeah,
slowly chipping away.
yeah, yeah. I'm going to bring in R2.
Yeah, bring in R2.
Here he is, big R2. Tizzy, what's cracking?
Ah, hello, boys. Yes, yes, this is good.
Yeah.
R2.
Yeah, apart from sitting in the green room by myself and checking into some private StreamYard show that I think I just downloaded. I don't know what I was doing. I was just sitting there, thought I was in sound check. No one turned up. But so I've caught up to what you guys are doing, and I love it. I'm loving it. Absolutely loving it. I just want to say, everybody who knows, you've got to get on to me, bro. Skinsfanatic Live. Hit his socials up. If you're into the NFL or football, speak to me. I want to know, because this is what I'm here for. Chatting to these guys is, I love hearing our take on the game as Australians in this country. It's not our sport. We're listening and we're talking about it and we have a passion. I want that passion like Crazy Brave did earlier when he's just going off his head, fucking all night long. This is good.
Oh yeah, I love a bit
Um,
of fucking. It's good.
apart apart from that, it's been a good week. It's apart from having the odd sausage and bag of chips, processed media shoved down my brain. Um, I'm not into that at the moment. And I wanted to say to everybody tonight, if you're watching, I'm going to do my best to not give you processed news, media, any junk like that. All right. We don't want junk in our stomachs. We know what it does. You can't do it every hour, every day, every week, every month, on and on and on. It's just bad for you. Earlier tonight, you guys were talking about Chase Young, and it caught my ear this week that I feel there's a lot of similarities between the Rams when we got Aaron Donald and what you guys are doing now with Chase Young. There's patience for you guys. It's just trusting what you have and how it can grow, because we had some sloppy years on offense while we still had Aaron Donald. Then we got Jared Goff, and we still had sloppy years under the old coach. Then we got a new coach. And by that time, Aaron Donald was top, getting to the top of his shit. So, yeah, I like that similarity that I'm drawing between what you're sort of going through. And don't despair, like Buffalo, shit, man. They are predicted to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Well, I might pick
Kansas City. Kansas City are leaking 31.7 points a game in their first three outings. Yeah. Yes, they've got Mahomes. But that's not what I'm here for either. I'm here to talk to you, Skinsfanatic, and you, Crazy Brave. All right?
Yeah, well, look, Mahomes, he's that good that you can have a shitty defense. He will keep you in every game.
Yeah.
So, yeah. The Buffalo Kansas City championship game again is going to be a cracker. Basically, is what you're saying.
Oh, yeah, but I have a darkie in there too anyway, but that's another story.
We'll get to that. Yeah. What do you got, Crazy Brave? You look like you got words on your lips.
Oh, I just think, lots of people in Washington were telling us how badly the Buffalo Bills were playing. They say, oh, they only put up 35. We're going to struggle against the Buffalo Bills because Buffalo only won 35-0 and Miami's got a good defense. How the fuck do you have a good defense when you just got beaten 35-0? How come Miami gets the respect of having a good defense when they just got beaten fucking 35-0, but we get beaten 42-17 and it's the worst defense in the league. Statistically, it is actually, but yeah.
Yeah, but no, I get. You right? What's up?
Yeah,
you just having
I'm getting slower, aren't I? Okay.
No, you're right.
No, that's interesting. Go, Cole. Crazy.
Yeah, I was just saying the commentators in every game, they're gonna they keep mentioning how our defense is great, like, oh, this great defense, and I'm like, well, is it? Everyone keeps calling it great, like, but like it seems like every week
is
there's
this
a new commentator.
Therapy lounge again?
No, I'm just saying, like, we get next week we'll get Dick Stockton and someone, and he'll be like, oh, this excellent, defense from Washington. It's like, well, hang on a minute, Dick. Like, we're the worst in the league statistically.
Yeah. How do I feel right now if the Rams lose to the Cardinals this weekend?
Well, the Cardinals are no softies. That's how I'd feel. He
It's
got
going on,
buzzsawed by
isn't
the
it?
Cardinals. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough game.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
it will be. Have you not seen what little mouse, Mighty Mouse, is doing out there for Arizona?
Yeah, I listened to it today, actually. Aaron Donald was just describing some ins and outs of how he feels when he matches up. And yeah, it's like doing Wilson. And, you don't watch the feet, you watch what everything else is going on around you. Defensively, I think you can't target and predict his movement and rush him and then go, oh no, he'll just keep going backwards or back, similar sort of shit like. But listening to Aaron Donald talk about that was like, got me excited because I think the defense is trying, or they're really improving at the moment. Damn, that game against Tampa Bay was lit. Like, honestly,
Oh,
I was in
damn.
bed, literally, still in bed, just going, yeah, turn this on. And, I didn't get nervous once. I was just like, we got
Must
this
feel
shit.
nice.
We fucking got this shit. Sorry,
Must feel
that
nice when
I'm
you got
getting.
yeah
Oh,
Tom Brady
yeah.
out there and you feel uncomfortable.
I know.
Must feel nice.
Yeah, well, the Rams are one of the hot teams in the league. There are a few hot teams. Uh, some teams really on the
They're
rise
crazy brave.
coming into week 4. Um,
What's going on?
I'm just saying that right now we are. We've got a few tough teams in the league. Some teams that are establishing themselves as teams that are going to be there in the business end, and the Rams are one of them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to list. I'm not going to list all the whole. There's quite a few. Obviously, everyone can still fucking cause some damage in this NFL season. So I don't want to count anyone out, but I just want to say that there are some teams that are establishing themselves, isn't there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I don't want to stamp you out, crazy brave. Either. Like, you're right. Shit's going to happen over the next couple of weeks, obviously. And teams aren't claiming it just yet. And I didn't come here to talk smack to you guys and talk my team up, okay? Skins, good?
Oh, look,
You
you don't
good?
have to dance around my feelings. You do not have to dance around my feelings. If you've got a solid team, you should be feeling pretty proud about it and pretty happy about it, and you've every right to be. I mean, it's fine. Like, yeah, you don't have to dance
Thank you.
around my feelings because my team isn't, up to standards right now. Just you
Okay.
enjoy the sun on your back, and we'll fucking suck on our soggy socks. You know?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I know.
It's good.
But look,
It's good.
I got a few. I've got a few new segments coming up here on Skinsfanatic Live that I think everyone will be excited about. We're going to do a segment
Yes.
that we're going to start the show with each week, and it's going to be called "What the Hell's Going On Out There," where everyone gets a chance to just talk about something, whether it's a sporting moment or just and just something brief. Doesn't really have to be NFL related. Quick little could be a story about getting a cupcake from a girl on the school bus, or something like that. Just something brief, or it can be about a bad officiating call, uh, whatever you like. And also, I'm going to introduce a trivia question for each of you guys each week.
Excellent.
Yeah, so It might be one question or it might be two questions. We'll try and keep it a little bit easy, but I'm going to try bring that in.
Now?
And can we have a running scoreboard throughout the year?
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just it's just for fun. It's just for
fun. Crazy Brave wants to see the scoreboard for the tipping comp, doesn't he?
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. We have to
go cap and run.
No, we just have to stop for a quick word from our sponsor.
We're never gonna survive unless we get a little crazy.
Crazy Brave here, guys. Who loves a pun on the NFL? It's you. Yep, that's right. Oh, we are about to turn your luck around here, guys. Over the season, I'm going to teach you my system that I have great success with, and we'll cover that later. Today, I just wanted a quick, simple, short video. I want to offer some tips, and if you do get anything out of these 3 easy tips that I have for you, follow me on Twitter, and share the video. Do have a website that will be up and running very shortly, which you'll be able to follow me on there and contact me. Okay, so first tip would be, I just see too many knuckleheads, fools, and now-nunners putting these ridiculous same-game multis on. Like, come on, no, guys. That's for Super Bowl Sunday or, major events. Like, it's not for Sunday football. You're going to do your cash by the halftime of the first slot of games, and you'll be chasing. And by Sunday night, you're cooked. So yeah, try to stay away from those same game multis. Second tip would be, simple one again. Don't put too much salt in the pound cake, guys. Know your limits. Set aside an amount each week. When I do teach you this system, there will be no more chasing. You are going to have fun the entire NFL weekend. Believe that. The third tip, and probably the most important, if you want to have some fun with this, is don't put your money on your favourite team. You're only going to end up souring that relationship. You'll get all emotional. You'll lose your grip on reality, and you won't know where your team actually stands because you'll just end up hating them, So save the hate and the disappointment for the other teams, It's just fun that way. And I don't care if you support the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, guys. Just don't do it. Okay. And that, there are 3 simple tips just to get you started. So we'll wrap this up. If you did find the tips useful, give me a like, share the video, and I'll be back very shortly with some more information on the system. Thank you.
And don't forget, you can subscribe to Crazy Brave 74. He has his own channel now. Well, he's had his own channel for a little while now, but he has will be uploading content similar to that for
correct, Skinsfanatic, and let me thank everyone for their overwhelming response to my video. Quite frankly, it was a little bit embarrassing, but this thing is only going to get better. We have got the website. We've got professionals working on the website. I've gathered some of the best tipsters in Australia, and we're right up there as one of the high percentage tippers. So,
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
Can I step in, Skinsfanatic? Can I
Yeah.
step in, Skinsfanatic? Crazy
Yeah.
Brave. Crazy Brave, that is the craziest fucking video I've ever seen. I just saw someone from Minnesota getting put through a mincer by a child molester standing outside the White House.
Yeah.
That
Boom.
shit's. Is that like some horror movie or something? Or
It is, yeah.
seriously, we got the
On the
Minnesota
Springwood
Twins,
Cluster.
Freddy Krueger, and the White House. There's something going on there. That's good.
No, it was good.
That's gold, man.
No, we're gonna get more from Crazy Brave, and I think the Halloween special this year is
I
gonna be
like
pretty
it.
special too. So,
Yeah,
no, I
well,
didn't laugh, but I got the giggles. That's all. It happens.
no, that's fine. I mean, look, yeah, the website is building. We are going to get lots of traffic coming through there. Anything that anybody hits will directly send you to the website, and from there you'll be able to come to the show. You'll be able to get your latest information for all the games, and at a small subscription of $1 a month, you will get my bonus pick of the week, which is my lock. You will need that, but I am going to give out some winners. But of course, there will be a small subscription to the account, which will be introduced as we move forward.
Yep, sounds great.
Of course,
Can
most of my content will be free.
You can speak.
Yeah. No, I was waiting for. Crazy Brave can bring this up, I'm sure, but I followed it last year, and it's correct. Okay, I didn't lose. There was 1 in 4, and I got my money. I covered my bets.
And yeah, that does remind me, guys. Don't give me a phone call or a text message if you want your tips, guys. I am super busy. I'm getting phone calls on work nights, guys. That you can follow me on Crazy Brave at CrazyBrave74 on Twitter, and email me at crazybrave74 gmail.com. Don't give me a call, guys. I'm just too busy, and I need to get in my zone. If you guys want winners, I need to be in my zone. So leave me alone on the phone line and contact me through Gmail. Thank you.
Or you can hit him up on at Crazy Brave 74 on Twitter. Don't forget that. And he, Crazy knows his shit, and he, cleaned up last season. Not every game was a winner, but you can't claim 100% strike rate on a gambler. That's just ridiculous. But
Are you Biff Tanner? No.
That's right. He's not Biff Tanner, so give him some, But
There'll be more
look,
on that later. Yeah, we definitely.
Yeah.
You will, but have to prepare yourself for some losses. But we can talk about that later. Why don't we have a look at some of the games this weekend?
we're going to do that right now. As you can see here, we've just got ourselves the Super Brew tipping competition leaderboard, and it's looking rather impressive as we've just blown smoke out of Crazy Brave's ass about how we can pick a winner. And here he is on top of the leaderboard. And good old Skinsfanatic not doing too well. Yeah. And last year's champion, Paradise, not so good either. Haven't heard from Finn's Tragic, so I don't know if he's putting in his picks or what he's doing, but anyway.
So
Looks like a
Crazy
two-horse
Brave
race at
has
the moment.
33. Yeah. Talk about how it looks, but that means nothing. That's nothing when we've got 17 games each weekend. Let's go.
All right,
Yeah, no,
we've got 20
absolutely.
minutes left.
Yeah, we're going to... 20 minutes? Jeez, you put the cap on it. All right.
Yeah.
First game... Jeez, hang on. I've already stuffed up. The first game is the winless Jets Tennessee coming to New York. Tennessee Titans at the New York Jets. Tennessee 1-2. I think Jets are going to struggle in this game. I don't see the Jets winning this at all. Give me Tennessee by 14 points.
Yeah, the Jets are still disappointing on offense. I think that they do have a solid defense. I think that they might be able to keep with the Tennessee Titans this weekend, but I've got the Titans by 6 points.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, at the moment, for me, I've looked into the Jets being 0-4 after being shut out since 2014. It's not real good, and they don't have a good record. And then you've got Henry. He's setting all sorts of records out there. Moment / Oilers and Titans with his rushing yards, his play. He's I just have. I think it's oh fuck, I forgot his name now. Anyway, he must have played for the Oilers, but I'm going the Tennessee Titans in this one by 20.
No, I don't think there's anyone on the Titans team that was around when the Oilers were in the league, but
That's all right.
yeah,
Oh, we get it.
we're tripping.
Yeah.
All right. Kansas City Chiefs at the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, great news for us NFC East fans that the Sheagles are facing the Chiefs basically. I've got the Chiefs by 9 in this game. I'll give the Eagles a little bit of edge because they're at home, and we know that the Chiefs, they're a little bit leaky on the old defensive end. So Jalen Hurts is, a mobile quarterback. He might put on some points. Chiefs by 9.
This one, I am getting information come in from my offshore bookies that this one will be a high scoring game. Philadelphia may actually get this one in the end. Kansas City Chiefs are falling apart at the seams. They've always been able to score points, but they can't stop anyone. Philadelphia is going to run around all day. It is Andy Reid back at his home ground, Philadelphia, and I'm expecting the Eagles to put in a really big fight in this one and could even be the surprise of the day. But I'm going to stick with the Chiefs by a score of 3 points in a close one, high scoring.
No, good one.
I pretty much agree with Crazy Brave. He tapped on everything that I was sort of thinking about this one. The Chiefs, which I said before, they're allowing 31 points a game. So the defense is,
Horrible.
this is the first time they've had to handle being in sole last place in the AFC West since 2015. And yeah, it's like, how do they handle that? What are the Chiefs going to do? And Philly, they're bringing it. I'm going to go Chiefs still in this, and I think the pressure will bring the best out. Chiefs by 20.
Ooh, so the Eagles getting thumped 2 weeks in a row. That'd be special. Okay. Carolina Panthers at the Dallas Cowboys. Carolina with their impressive start to the year, 3-0. Who would have predicted that? And Dallas at 1-2. I'd love to pick Carolina in this game, and if they were in Carolina, I would probably give them a slight edge and give it to them. But I'm taking Dallas in this game by 7. Just Dallas is just going to
Yeah,
be too good on the court. In the quarterback matchup for me is one-sided. Yeah, Darnold's playing well though. He is playing well. Go Panthers.
Dallas are one of the upwards trending teams in the NFL at the moment, and I don't think everyone's got the message just yet. So I'm expecting Dallas to come out and put up another week of big numbers, just so we all know. Yeah, and I'm gonna take the Cowboys by 8.
Okay, yeah. Look, I'm all over the Panthers defense. It's hot. The Panthers are a team that, like I mentioned before about comparing the Rams back in the day to Washington. I'd give them a good chance in this one. So I'll give them some credit there. But the Cowboys are 0-4 coming off Monday night football games in the last 10 years. So I'm taking Cowboys. I'm going to flip it here because it is the Panthers. And I'll go Cowboys by 1, everybody.
That's a great stat. The New York Giants traveling to the Big Easy take on the New Orleans Saints. We've all seen the Giants are in the basement along with the Jets. New York football not doing any good at the moment. I'm expecting the Saints to win this game. I've got them by about give me the Saints by 12 in this one. I don't see the Giants. Oh, give me the Saints by 10. Actually, Saints by 10 for me. I'm making my picks on the run right now. So, yeah.
Fair call.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Giants to bounce back in this game, get their first win of the season. The New Orleans Saints have, checkered their first 3 games. Looked great in week 1, horrible in week 2. Great. Oh, well, I wouldn't say they look great. Anyone could beat New England at this stage. Yeah, I'm expecting the Giants to really show up. They've been unlucky, lost their last 2 games by field goals. Giants to get the win here by 3 points.
Interesting.
Sounds like this could be the game that really typifies our tipping competition this year. If I'm to say it, like, yeah, no, these are the games, okay, and this is why, because I've taken the Saints by 3, okay. I'm going with them because there's not much between the 2 quarterbacks. Okay, the Saints bloke I think's throwing 2 more intercepts or whatever, but New York at the moment, there's no fear, and there's no fear factor, like, or anything going on there. And the last couple of weeks, Shaq Barkley, that's a fucking. I like watching him. I've seen some stuff, and funnily enough, he's getting better and better each week. his involvement, his yards, his carries, everything is just going up. So they're going to bring that. But I still lean towards the Saints here by 3.
Yeah. Should be an interesting game.
Yeah.
This will be a good one too. The Cleveland Browns at the Minnesota Vikings. Tough to pick, man, because I feel like I'm picking the Browns every week now. Like no matter who they're playing, I'm like, yeah, Browns, 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 which is just absurd, really. But am I going to give respect? Am I going to give some respect to Minnesota? I am, and I'm going to pick Minnesota to bounce back here and get to 2-2 on the year. And I'm going to pick them by 2 points. Minnesota Vikings by 2 points for me over the Browns. Cleveland's a
Yeah,
good team.
well,
They're not going to
yeah.
win every game.
Minnesota look like Super Bowl contenders early on here, and they have a big test with the Browns coming in, and also for the Browns, it's a big test for them coming up against a strong NFC opponent. I like this one, high scoring. Vikings offense explosive. We know the Browns can score points. I think at the end it's going to come down to a Minnesota error, and I'm going to have the Browns in a tight one by 4.
Wicked.
Oh, look, it's a safe bet. The Browns are a safe bet, in my opinion. But yeah,
Yeah.
We'll
Take
see. We
them
can't
with
pick
the
winners
overs.
every week.
no.
I'm looking forward to Chubb and Cook having a good little battle off here. This should be interesting. Bringing in that running back style. I like what these two sides do, and they're up against each other this weekend. That's fucking fly. I've got the Vikings, even though what I saw last week of Mayfield I thought was fucking cool, and I'm on it. Skinsfanatic, yeah, do pick him a lot, hey, regardless. So I've got Vikings by 10, hey.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting
Yeah,
one.
fucking throwing it out there.
Yeah, well, we're going to put our scrotes on the line this week. This next game it will be interesting. The Detroit Lions at the Chicago Bears, and we all know these two teams aren't friends. Bears, not great. Lions, 0-3. Bears have only won one game, of course. So, it's tough. Chicago at home. Is this the game the Lions get? Because the Lions aren't going to go 0-16. They are going to win some games. Yeah.
Yep. Look, with
Lions by 3.
Okay.
Lions by 3.
Yeah, with the Detroit fan base up against the Chicago Bears fan base, I'm just going to have to pick the team with the bigger hearts here, and it's the Chicago Bears. The Lions, the way that they treated their owner and Megatron when he was announced into the Ring of Fame last Saturday was absolutely fucking atrocious. How do you boo down your owner who's just putting one of your best players in the Ring of Fame? Show some respect. It's gonna reflect on the football field. The Chicago Bears are all business. Unfortunately for the Lions, they're really having a fucking tough go of the season and have been unlucky. But you know, their fan base just won't get behind it, and they'll continue to struggle. The Detroit Lions. Give me the Bears by 7.
I'll write it down.
Fuck. Crazy, bro. Fuck you. seriously, I'm on Team Goff here. If there's any bloke who knows how to handle that scenario you're throwing out there, fucking shit, the fans don't like him and don't like teams and everyone's miserable and fucking depressed. Jared Goff knows how to handle that shit. And he is not going to go out there to put on a shit show. He wants to pull it off. He loves the Bears. And he'll have a crack at him here. And I'll go fucking Detroit by 1.
Yay. All right. At least someone's on the lines with me. All right. The Houston Texans at the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo, geez, very impressive last week against an excellent football team. The Texans they're going to struggle in this game, and if they don't get beaten by a good 3 touchdowns, I'm going to be disappointed. Bills by 21 for me.
Bills by 11.
Bills by 11. All right. Short and sweet.
I don't want to talk about fucking Buffalo anymore.
Yeah, agreed. Most well, moving on. Okay. You're up, R2.
I'm with you guys with this one. Yeah, I'm not going to blow the smoke, put a banana up my fucking tailpipe with this one. I'll take the Bills by 18.
Excellent. The Indianapolis Colts, old division rivalries here. The Indianapolis Colts at the Miami Dolphins. Colts 0-3, Dolphins 1-2 at Hard Rock Stadium. Dolphins with that excellent defense. You're right there, R2. Is he fizzled out?
He'll be back.
Okay. Give me the Dolphins here by 6.
Yes. I mean, this is really, it's one of the harder rounds to pick. Every game, very difficult, very tough. This is one. Both teams haven't had the start that they want. I'm going to back the Miami Dolphins by 3 points in a high-scoring game.
Yep. Oh. What's happened here? Have you got audio issues, R2?
Sorry, that spooked you, didn't it? Yeah, no, I'm just here talking all fucking. Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm on some other line as well.
Right, what do you got? Dolphins.
No, I'm here. I'm with.
Dolphins Colts.
Oh, yeah.
Who you got?
You want the crazy bro finish on that one? Oh,
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
I have the Dolphins. I'm gonna. I don't want to pick them, but I think there's. You mentioned the defense between how they're blowing sunshine up their ass, and you guys don't get it. The difference at the moment for me, this is my opinion, is because they're getting some results with takeaways, slapdowns, turnovers. They're still getting that stuff. I don't think their defense is fucking switched on and explosive as Washington's is. But I still have the Dolphins in this one, and I'll take them by 3.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't. It's tough to pick, man. Picking the Dolphins was a tough decision. Okay, Washington
Colts.
at Atlanta. Washington at Atlanta. Well, we've talked a little bit about this game, of course, so I'm just going to give it to you now. I've got Washington in this game by Oh shit! I'm changing that. Oh, 7. Washington by 7. I went from 10 to 7.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be between 10 and 17, probably leading towards more a 17-point victory. Uh, I think this is the week, really where um, our up and coming receivers, such as Diami Brown, can have a breakout game, and hopefully Terry does what Terry does. Um, these players on the cusp, uh, Cam Sims, you need to improve your game. All right, we've just brought in Harmon back into the squad, and he's ready to take your spot. You don't have many chances left, pal. Let's pick this thing up and fucking start putting some points on the board when we've got the opportunity. Redskins, Washington by 17.
And I just like to mention too that we did actually forget to mention at the start of the show that Curtis Samuels is off IR. I don't know if he'll be active on game day, but he is off IR, and he was at
He's going to
training.
be a game time decision, isn't he?
Yeah. All right, R2. Lay it on us.
Oh, you're not going to like this one. I don't have a lot to say. It's probably a good thing because you don't want to hear it or you don't care. It's your team, but I'm taking Atlanta by 2.
That's fine. No, go if you.
Yeah, look.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard.
You don't want to hear
hard for
my
us.
shit of why I'm going to pick Atlanta, okay? You good?
We're good. We're good. That's fine. The Seattle Seahawks at the San Francisco 49ers. These two teams, obviously a division rivalry game. Going to be a good game. I'm expecting. Oh, look, Seattle. They're going to be desperate for a win here against a division opponent. I've got them by 3 points. I think Wilson will run around a bit and get the dub.
Seattle are desperate against a division opponent because they don't get many wins in this division. They're already sitting at 2 losses. As R2 already pointed out, the Rams have got fucking Russell Wilson's number, and another team that does have his number is San Francisco. They can hold to whatever they please. Their defense is always ranked up the top for one particular reason. They know how to stop Russell Wilson. I'm going to take the 49ers by 7.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah. This is wicked. There's a lot going on this weekend in the West. It's a shootout again. Well, this is the beginning. There'll be more to come. But in this one, I'm taking 49ers by 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll probably be 3-0.
Yeah. Well, it could be. It could be. Well, this next game is a cracker, and I know that I'll be checking this one out after Washington's big win against Atlanta. The Arizona Cardinals at the Los Angeles Rams. Both teams 3 from 3 on the year. Rams look like they're regaining that tag as the greatest show on turf. Even Deshaun Jackson looks like he's back to, his usual self. Cooper Kupp and the boys, lightning. Hard to go past them, isn't it? Rams by 5.
It's like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. They've just gone back in a phone booth and they're just grabbing beautiful parts of the Rams' past. Bruce. They've they've bought them all back, and
Marshall
they're
Falk.
just playing the best parts of what the Rams are. And yeah, I'm expecting them to be 4-0 after this game, and continue to be one of the big stories in the NFL. And obviously, the Cowboys will be just behind them with the Cowboys win this week, but the Cowboys ain't going to last for shit. Rams by 10.
Yeah, look, I
Nice.
think. Sorry to interrupt you, R2, but I think like this Rams and in the Super Bowl talk, and it's at SoFi, and you're going to have Dr. Dre's going to be there, and Snoop and Eminem. Now we found out today, it could be a real good Super Bowl this year, and the championship games in the NFC are going to be off their tits. If we see Rams and Bucks, or even fucking Cowboys, who knows? But yeah, exciting times ahead. Even the Cardinals, man, like they're going to be a bounce. Your go, R2. Sorry.
Oh, well, people who watch know what I'm saying here when I pick my team. It's good times. It really is. I expect a lot from Arizona. I know they're bringing it. And I can see it sort of playing out like it's close, but it'll be a 10-point margin. I have the Rams by 10. You don't need to hear me talk about our connections, our deep passes, taking the top off, Aaron Donald in defense, Jalen Ramsey doing what he does out the back there. Everybody else contributing to this team, the coach going nuts and revving everybody up at halftime, and then hitting everybody and pushing his way through the crowd, running up the tunnel because he just wanted to get in there first to say, that ain't good enough. We're going to do better this second half. Bringing that.
No, he's fiery.
Keep bringing it.
He's great.
And I believe the Rams will bring it and we'll be 4-0. And McVay's record against the Cardinals will stay undefeated. I'm not saying the Cardinals aren't coming.
Yeah, look, the only way the Rams are losing this game is if Mighty Mouse fucking just runs circles around his, it's not going to be an easy game for people like Aaron Donald, because he doesn't sit back there and just wait and wait and wait. He's he's out of there as soon as someone's shoelace moves. He's gone. He's like, oh shit, someone's coming, and he's out of there, and he just keeps bombing it. He's a little bit like Russell Wilson, a little bit better, and tough, and it's easy to be Sean McVay, isn't it, when your team's stacked with talent? God damn him. Running into halftime.
It's easy to be Aaron Donald too.
14. Running into halftime like he's down 14.
Aaron Donald might look like he wants to take the quarterback, might look like he wants to do a rush, might look like he's going to sip, but everybody else on the line knows his move and they play their parts after that. They're sitting back, or they're the rushers. They're the unexpected attack that's coming at them. And we will fucking annihilate that quarterback. I don't care who it is, when it is, what game it is.
Okay.
Rams defense is just coming too good.
Someone's put a fucking tack on your seat. Crazy. Fucking fired up. Fire in his eyes.
Fuck, I'm here, aren't I?
Coach's headset on and everything. All right, let's move on. Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay, after shit in the bed in week 1, have come out. Aaron Rodgers looks like he's the MVP of the league again. Green Bay, another team that could be sniffing around that NFC championship game this year, or even the Super Bowl. So don't count out Green Bay yet. I do have a Green Bay Bills. That was my early prediction. Green Bay Buffalo Super Bowl. I'm taking Green Bay by 13 points over Pittsburgh in this game. It's at Lambeau. It's the late game. In the late set, it was the afternoon game. Green Bay by 13 for me.
Yeah, I don't know about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They tend to. There's question marks now about whether Big Ben has the legs to continue this, even get through this season. But I won't count Pittsburgh out and their fan base. They love their football like the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, the fans are going to get behind this team. They're not a bunch of sissies like some of the people up in DC. But I'm going to back the Packers by 13 points myself. Same as you.
Yep. Not a bad pick.
Yeah, this one's Ohio football state fucking champ. Like, this is it's big over there at the moment. I get it. I think there's some big shit going on over there at the moment. And I'll take Pittsburgh in this one by 1 over the Wisconsin fucking Green Bay side. Give it to them. Yeah, I'll take them by 1. That's my pick this week. Pittsburgh by 1.
Yeah, good one.
Someone's going to kick a field goal at the end. Green Bay could be winning by 2, 3, or Pittsburgh by 1. And I'm taking Pittsburgh by 1.
Yeah, well done. All right. That'd be a hell of a game. Okay, Baltimore Ravens at the Denver Broncos. Denver 3-0 at Empower Stadium in Mile High. I haven't seen a lot of Denver, but I'm going to pick them in this game by 3 points. I feel like they've got the defense to shut down Baltimore, and they've got the offense to score against Baltimore. So Denver by 3 in this game for me.
I have the Ravens to have another feel-good chapter in their story after beating the Chiefs 2 weeks ago. Sitting at 2-1 with the injury account that they've got. I think they're going to create a little bit of the talk with their victory this week over the Denver Broncos. Whether it's a smokescreen or not, we'll find out later, but it's the Ravens by 28 points in this one.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I've picked a smokescreen in this one too, Crazy Brave. I've picked a smokescreen in this one too. I think for the Baltimore side to have that story of belief and charging to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to come out of the pits. And that's why I believe they'll get done this weekend. They're on a slide and they'll come out of it at the back end of this year. So at the moment, between these two sides, I like what Denver's doing. So I'm going to take Denver by 2.
All right. Well, this next game, I wish I had some music I could play, like some dramatic music to talk about this game, like get everyone really emotional. But Tom Brady's return to New England to take on his former coach and his former team. We've got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the New England Patriots. Now,
is that Monday Night Foofy?
No, that's Sunday Night Foofy.
Okay.
I was like, oh, who's going to come out on top of this one? Like, is it going to be Belichick who's going to scheme against Brady? Or is it going to be Brady who's going to be scheming against his former team? Well, I'm going to take Brady on this one because Brady isn't going to want to just win. He's going to want to demoralise Coach Belichick and his former team in his former stadium. And I expect Tampa Bay to fucking roll out a big dub in this game. It's not going to be like one of those close games where you're going to be all like, oh, fuck me. Like Tampa Bay are going to win this game by 28 points, 4 touchdowns. It might be like 28-0. No shit. No shit.
Yeah, it might well be something like that. The Rocket Man's coming in to play his old club, who I gave the tip out last week to the viewers that the New England Patriots are on the way out. They've got a young quarterback. I'm not going to call him a bust now because we spoke about, letting these kids play earlier on in the show, but they're just going to struggle. It's just a fact. Mac Jones is not Tom Brady, and Tom can do it all, and he's going to want to. He's going to want to flog New England Patriots, and it probably wouldn't even surprise me if half of New England are fucking cheering him when he does it. They want to see the magic one more time. Patriots by 29. Nah. Patriots by 10.
Okay. Oh, Patriots by 29.
Sorry, Tampa Bay by 10. I keep thinking the Rocket Man. Sorry.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy
So you still don't even know who he plays for.
No.
Yeah. R2, we'll look at when R2 comes back. I want to get his take on that game, but we'll move on.
Yeah, we've got to move.
The next one. Oh, here he is. If he's ready, he's just putting in his buds. If he's ready, you ready?
So okay, my take on that, Tom Brady coming back to New England, is that I have the Bucks by 28 against this side. Sorry, 29. So there's my tip. No, I don't think New England are ready, and Tom Brady's just going to put on a show. It'll be coming. So I'll go with all this weekend. Yeah.
Don't forget Gronkowski's playing as well. Those two are going to be like, hooking up. Hooking up like
for New
fucking
England,
Year 12
for New England, it's not the be all and end all that they're facing him. And yeah, look, he just won the Super Bowl. It'd be a different story if he was coming to your town and he's a quarterback for the Buccaneers that went out in week 1 in the playoffs. But he went through and did it, and now he's coming back. Oh, it's like Michael Myers coming back for his fucking sister.
No. I shot him 6 times. I know. He's a fucking nightmare, isn't he?
Oh,
yeah.
Never seen this Monday night. Like it.
Monday night's going to be a cracker. The Las Vegas Raiders up against the Los Angeles Chargers. Oh man, is this game going to go into overtime? Maybe. I'm giving the Chargers the slight edge in this game. I've got the Chargers by 3 in overtime.
Yeah, I like what the Chargers are doing. They are establishing themselves as one of the more exciting teams and actually a good football team. I need to see consistency from them, and I'm seeing that. And I think that they will take care of the Raiders in this one. Yeah, I was almost going to put that down as my lock of the week, but of course, remember you will have to pay an extra $1 for that that tip. Charges by 14 points. No, let's chip that back and let's put them by 9. Let's go 9. Charges by 9.
Yeah, all right. Charges by
Oh, the Raiders.
Well,
the
mate,
Raiders.
listen. I'll have one more say on that. I really do like what the Las Vegas Raiders are doing, and I have for a while. You know, I've been a big fan of Derek Carr, and you know he's arriving again on the scene. It seems.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the Raiders, but I can't go past what the Chargers are building. Just consistently look like a good team, and that's why I'm going to back them. Thank you.
No,
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not here
Summed
to
it
question
up
anyone's
well.
picks. I just like reacting to them. That's all.
And I'm reacting now. Crazy Brave summed it up with consistency here for me in this game. I feel that I need to see more consistency out of the Vegas Raiders, and I like the consistency I'm seeing out of the Chargers. And there's a lot going on in this game that's going to play out later, and that's why I see it as a humdinger, and I only have the Chargers by 3 in this one.
Did you just use the word humdinger?
I did. Yeah, I did say humdinger, didn't I?
Humdinger. It's a good one. Yeah. No,
I need
very
a
good.
humdinger
That's
right now.
yeah. Well, you can go and have a humdinger because I think we're done with tonight's show. So we've just gone under 2 hours. I think we've covered everything. You know, if you did miss the start of the show, and I know you did, R2, you didn't watch it, but I had a nice little video I ran at the start of the show that was, you know, I put a lot of work into actually, so you should go back and watch it. It was quite fun.
I
Thank
can't
you,
believe I was stuck
Skinsfanatic.
in that green room.
No worries.
Thank you, Crazy. And thank you, Bubba Gump.
Yeah. Without you, Bubba Gum,
You come on
Who
here and
knows?
say, fuck Taylor Heineke again. Ooh, Jesus. All right. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
See you, Crazy Bro. Thank
Pretty
you.
excited about Bubblegum too myself. Yeah. And Crazy Brave, he just disappeared on me. But damn, I was enjoying listening to everything tonight. I hope more people get going with it too and bring their passion like he does. And for you, Skinsfanatic, man, thanks for doing this, bro. Like, you got to make those connections. I believe just get people talking about it. Bring their stories, their scenarios, the fucking synopsis, whatever you fucking want to call it. Just bring your NFL stuff to us. Get in contact with Skinsfanatic Live 81 on. It's there. It's there, man. Do it.
All
It's
right.
been awesome.
Thanks for the kind words,
Peace,
man.
bro.
I'll see you next week. Thanks for coming on.
Me.
All right, guys. Before we leave, we'll just have one more word from our sponsor, and I will see you all next week. Don't forget, you can go to crazybrave74.com for all your tips for the round, and gamble responsibly, please. All right, good night.
But we're never gonna survive.